Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Reino de las Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. I'm your host as always, Rey de Mascaras, and today we're going to talk about something a little special. If you saw my Twitter poll, you will know that I flubbed it this week. Put up a poll with 4 Rey Fenix masks, and the winner was actually this one over my shoulder right here, which is a ring-worn mask from one of their Trios title defenses back late last year. And the reason it's not being talked about today is because I talked about it already. I made the mistake. I shouldn't have had that one in there. I should have had a different mask in there. So what I did is I just took the second place winner of that poll, and we'll talk about that one this week. So if you did vote for the Trios mask match, say that 5 times fast. If you voted for that one on Twitter and we're hoping to see it this week, you can go back. I believe it was episode 5 or 6. I don't remember the exact one, but it's one of the very early ones. But I did talk about it there, so my fault. I'll try and make sure we don't do that again. One more thing before we get started, I just want to do a little bit of real quick housekeeping. I'm not going to go into real specifics. If you follow Instagram, you probably saw it. That's all I will say. But I just want to point out and thank the mask community as a whole for not really putting up with snobbiness, elitism, whatever you want to call it, in terms of mask collecting. If you're a mask collector, you collect what you like. And that's all that matters. Honestly, that's all that matters. I have a variety from support masks that maybe cost me $5-10, all the way to ring-worn autographed items that I've paid somewhere around $400 or $500 for, and everything in between that spectrum. And as a whole, the mask community doesn't judge. If you want to collect fan support masks, semi-pro, whatever, something that allows you to collect when you're on a budget, more power to you. That's what it's all about. I've seen fantastic masks that have cost me less than $50. I've seen fan support masks that I would gladly wear to a show. You don't need to feel like you need to spend an exorbitant amount of money to be accepted into the mask community. You collect what you like. You collect what you can. It's not fun when you strive to collect at a high level and you're always scraping for money. It takes away from the fun. What's the point of, getting masks if you struggle financially? Because you feel like you have to purchase ring-worn or whatnot, to feel accepted. You don't have to do that. And that's the nice thing about this community. If you see me on Instagram, you know that I do collect belts. And not to throw anybody under the bus, so if you hear this and you feel a little offended, that's not the purpose of this. I'm just trying to explain to those who may not be in the belt community what it can be like. For the most part, in the belt community, people are accepting. And belt collecting is a little bit different in terms of you've got a wide variety, WWE Shop, Premier, Fondue, all those. And I'm not going to do a whole episode on belts here, so bear with me. But there are some groups out there, if you don't buy from those 3 or buy something official, you are ostracized. You are talked down to. You are all but kicked out of the group. You're basically a punching bag. And it's nice to see that the mask community doesn't do that to each other. So thank you all. I appreciate that very much. That's all I'm going to say about that. So let's get on to today's offering. So today's offering is actually, if memory serves me correctly, one of my very first, if not very first, pro-grade masks as a whole. eBay sales only go back so far, so I wasn't able to confirm or dispute whether it was the very first or the third or whatever it was. But anyway, today we're taking a look at an awesome Rey Fenix piece. I like to call it Venom inspired. So it's very cool. It's got the teeth on the side. It's got, you know, the face on each side. You've got the cross piece surrounded by red, makes it really pop out. The design here is just so well put together. I love the sparkling black material. Somebody's got to know what it's called. Correct me in the comments, please. I've got a few of these, and I feel kind of I don't want to say awkward, I think is the word I'm looking for, just calling it the sparkly black material. So I'm sure it's got a name. Help me out, folks, if you can. But yeah, you know, I love the way the red accentuates the black on these. You've got the tassels in the back. So definitely an early Rey Fenix from when he transitioned from, for lack of a better term, just plain Phoenix to Rey Fenix. So this one would not have the crown on the back like a lot of the newer ones do. Where is it? There it is. Like, for example, this one right here has the Phoenix on the back. Of course, I will look for a crown. Up there is the crown. So none on this one. It was so this one is definitely one that was started right around the transition of the name being changed when he left AAA. So, but this one, still one of my favorites as far as Phoenix masks go. I think I've got the most masks of Phoenix. It's either Phoenix or Penta that I've got the most masks of. So, but very cool. You know, the tassels give it a nice touch on the back. They do like to get hung up on the design, which OCD me kind of tends to go crazy about. But kind of nice. It's very breathable. I'll go ahead and put it on here. Bear with me. There we go. As you can see, very, very breathable material. Fits very nice on my slightly larger than normal head. But this one goes in. There used to be a time where I could get to the first clamp over here, and I'm blaming it on the beard for why I can't. I can get right up to it. If it was about 1.5 inches longer, I could clasp this one shut, for example. But either way, even without it, it hangs off pretty well, and I don't foresee a time where I'll be walking down the street somewhere and somebody will just grab it and try and rip it off. So safe on that one, but very, you know, love how it pops off of the light with like the cross piece. You know, you've got the side there with the mouth and the eyes. Just a very cool mask, and there went the head. There we go. Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh, there we go. There it is. So very, very nice. Very nice. One of my favorites to wear. I've worn this to a few functions before. Back in a time where I could clamp this. Again, I'm blaming it on the beard. It's tricky. It's tricky, but very nice mask. So I'll take this. I'll switch back to my normal one and talk about some of the particulars on the inside here real quick. And back at it. So as you can see, you know, stitched out very well on the inside. You can see nice heavy duty. You can see the manufacturer tag here. This one did come from La Arena, and it was made by Mr. Rigo Rosas. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, please correct me. I like to I pride myself on correct pronunciation, so if I am not pronouncing something right, please make sure to contact me and let me know so that I can correct it in the future. So just a little quirk of mine. I like to make sure that when recognition is given, it's given properly and in full. So that is this one. This is, again, very, very cool mask. One of the first pro grades I added to my collection when I started, and this one I kind of like to consider this one the gateway, because when I bought this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a pro grade Phoenix and a pro grade Penta, and then we're good to go. We're solid. As any mask collector can tell you, that was not remaining true. This was definitely not the last, as you may know. So thank you as always for joining today. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. I do run polls regularly on my Twitter and my Instagram. So reach out. Let me know if there's anything back there you'd like to see. I like to pull out surprises every now and again, but at the same time, I do like to give viewers a chance to see things that they want to see. So with that said, episode 30 coming next week. I'm tentatively planning another Q&A. So hit me with questions. You know, you can reach me here. You can reach me at Instagram, on Twitter. Just let me know if you have questions that you would like me to answer on the show next week. With that said, we're gonna take this one off the air. We are all good to go. It is Friday. Happy weekend. Happy 4th. Everybody be safe. We'll see you next week. As always, live, laugh, love, and Lucha Libre.